This time we will continue with tonight's forum for the upcoming Scottsboro municipal elections. This hour we will meet the candidates for the Scottsboro City Council. As we did with the Board of Education candidates, we have asked each candidate to draw a number to determine the order in which they will meet with the audience. We will start with Council Member Patrick Stewart, who is unopposed in this election. Okay, I thought you slipped out on us. Mr. Stewart, we're going to give you 3 minutes to speak to the voters of Scottsboro tonight.
Thank you. And I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I'd like to thank Greg Bell and WWIC, the Scottsboro Electric Power Board, the Daily Sentinel, the Chamber of Commerce, Dr. Spivey, and Greg Dudley for having us here tonight. You know, it's kind of unfamiliar territory to go unopposed, and I've had a lot of people ask me, you know, how did it happen? And I truly don't know, other than I hope that I supported the citizens of Scottsboro and made the decisions, best decisions that I could possibly make. I will continue to do that for the next 4 years, hopefully in the same manner that I did past 4. But, you know, looking back, after the election, we had an organizational meeting that you always have, and I was elected president of the city council. And I was looking forward to a little bit of a learning curve to get in there and learn the position a little bit. And I'm talking about jumping with both feet to the fire. And I could not have done it. And I want to give a lot of credit to our city attorney, Steve Kennedy. He has helped me along the way, and I couldn't have done it without his support, and also support of the other city council members as well. And over the past 4 years, we worked very well together. And there's been very, in my opinion, quite a bit of progress. We've, and, you know, I guess going forward, it's always about the quality of life for the citizens, and I think that we've done that pretty well. You know, I just met a gentleman from Google that's here tonight, so welcome to Scottsboro. And that was something that I was going to talk about. With Google coming in just right up the road, we're going to have to build those relationships and show that the infrastructure is here to support the growth that we have. And that's working with Google, with the Water, Sewer, Gas Board, the Scottsboro Electric Power Board as well, making sure that all that's ready for hopefully booming economy going forward. I think we can get there, and I'm looking forward to being on the program and being on the council to get it done, and working with the new mayor and new council. You know, Bellefonte, the possibility of it being auctioned off, that's another possibility for potential growth. A lot of people don't know, but our tax revenue dollars over last year is a little over $700,000, so compared to last year. So with the impact of some of the new businesses that have come into town, that's really helped the economy, especially off of Highway 72. So we're going in the right direction. We're paving roads, we have sidewalks, and working with individuals and building those relationships. So I look forward to that going forward, and I'm always approachable. If you need me, call me. That's my secret. But thank you again for the opportunity of serving the city of Scottsboro. I love the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. And now we're going to meet the candidates for the Scottsboro City Council Place 1. Those are Ken Southern, Mr. Tim Saint, Mr. Dan Deason, and Mrs. Jessica Butler. Each candidate will have 2 minutes for a short introduction before the question part of this forum. Candidates will have 2 minutes to respond to each question, and we're going to begin our introductions with candidate number 1, Mr. Ken Southern.
Good afternoon. I want to thank Greg Bell, everybody here, coming. I'm Ken Southern. Been living in Scottsboro all my life. Worked here all my life. My son went to school here. Got one son. He had to move away. Get the job. So, appreciate you vote for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Southern. Our next candidate, candidate number 2, For introduction, will be Mr. Tim Saint.
Thank you, Scottsboro citizens, taxpayers. My name is Tim Saint, and I would love to earn your vote for the city of Scottsboro Council. I was born and raised here in Scottsboro. I have worked in Scottsboro my whole life. I've worked in the restaurants, I've worked in the manufacturing facilities, and I've worked in doing just about anything that we've done here to enhance the city of Scottsboro. Not that I didn't know the value of the dollar, but self-funding my campaign was really brought it home to you. Where in this tough economy, you have to know where every penny goes. You have to know where you're spending it and how it's being spent. I believe in physical accountability, and I believe we are to hold accountable for our financial decisions, especially those that impact each one of us, our taxpayers. Scottsboro has so much potential to be a popular destination for high-tech jobs. We're strategically positioned between the big economy and Huntsville and Google and Bridgeport. With the right leadership, our natural beauties, lakes, recreationals, and our drive to our city could be the future of this area in Northeast Alabama. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Saint. Now, candidate number 3, Mr. Dan Deason.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Deason. Most of you already know me. And looking around this auditorium, all I see are friends. And I realize what a blessed man I am. I served for 3.5 years as your safety director of the city of Scottsboro, and I served as mayor of the city of Scottsboro for 4 years. I have a servant's heart, and I love helping the wonderful people of this city. I'm a master mason with the Scottsboro Masonic Lodge number 359. I'm a Christian man, and I sing with the Southern Gospel group, the Still Waters Quartet. I spent a total of 24 years with the United States Air Force and the Alabama Air National Guard, rising to the rank of a Master Sergeant, First Sergeant. Just a few days after 9/11, 2001, I was ordered to active duty for 2 years with Operation Noble Eagle and Iraqi Freedom. I have a bachelor's degree in human resources management, the management of people. I was elected by mayors across the state of Alabama as the vice chairman of the Community and Economic Development Committee, and then elected as chairman of the same committee. I have been designated as an advanced certified municipal official by the Alabama League of Municipalities, and I could go on. But let's focus on where we're going and watch Scottsboro grow in tourism, in helping our existing businesses grow and prosper, recruiting new business and industry, and being a vital teammate with others to accomplish our goals. So on August 23rd, I would sincerely appreciate your help, your support, and your influence. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Deason. And now, candidate number 4, Ms. Jessica Butler.
Good evening, I'm Jessica Butler. I'm running for Scottsboro City Council, Place 1. I would first like to thank WWSC, the Daily Sentinel, and the Scottsboro Electric Power Board for hosting this, and the Jackson County Chamber of Commerce, thank you, for hosting this event and allowing the candidates a platform in which to speak. I'm married to Bo Butler, Director of Therapy Services for Highlands Medical Center. We have 2 wonderful daughters, Render and Ivy, who attend Caldwell Elementary. I also work for Highlands Medical Center, where I've recently taken a promotion as Director of Marketing. I've served the past 2 years as patient advocate, a job centered around helping people, which I will continue to do and hope to do for the citizens of Scottsboro when elected as your next city council person. You may also find me occasionally at MMI Breast Center of Scottsboro, where I'm also employed as a mammography technologist. I've been named as an ambassador for Susan G. Komen of North Alabama, for whom I've written and received grants for the past 2 years for the breast cancer patients of Jackson County. This grant offers financial assistance to patients who have to travel outside of Jackson County to receive cancer treatment. I also serve on the board for Beauty and the Beast Foundation, a local nonprofit serving men and women of Jackson County who are diagnosed with breast cancer. I'm a member also of Scottsboro Junior Progress and serve by fundraising for city and county senior scholarships, education grants, and many other community programs such as Christmas charities, drug court, and Celebrate Recovery. I also enjoy serving on the PTO committee for Caldwell Elementary. I'm a recent graduate of the Leadership Jackson County program, which I encourage you all to take part in if you have not already. I chose to run for city council because I love our town and want to make it even better. My top priorities when elected will be to focus on economic growth, preserving and improving our infrastructure, and bringing people together to find solutions to get the job done.
Thank you, Ms. Butler. You can kind of stay up, and we're going to reverse order. You're going to get to go again. I know you're happy about that. Thank you for your response. And now we're going to move to the question part of this hour. Remember, candidates, that you'll have 2 minutes. In case you haven't figured it out yet, Mr. Rick Roden has an official timepiece, and Mr. Keller is the enforcer. So I think if you go over, it's $20 to the moderators. So we're going to have 2 minutes, and Ms. Butler, you're going to go first. The question, and each candidate gets the same question, but what best qualifies you to serve on the Scottsboro City Council?
I feel I offer a fresh voice, a fresh perspective, and a fair voice. I've written and received grants, and I think I can help with that with the city. I'll look for different opportunities and ways we can utilize that for the city.
Thank you. Mr. Dan Deason, you'll come up to the podium, please. And maybe you can share with us what best qualifies you to serve on the Scottsboro City Council.
The knowledge I have as former mayor of this city, full-time job, performing the day-to-day operations of the city, put me over many problems and many opportunities that we the people of Scottsboro have. I bring that knowledge to you as a candidate for city council, and I think I can be a valuable tool at the council table to listen to each of you. Moreover, my point is to be the people's voice. We all learn by listening. You don't learn by talking. I pledge to you to listen carefully to your concerns and your ideas, and then present those to the council table. I've already talked about being an advanced certified municipal official designated by the Alabama League of Municipalities. The opportunities that I've had on a statewide basis as the vice chairman of the Committee on Community and Economic Development for 2 years, and then the mayors all across our state elected me as the chairman of that committee. So what I want to do is put those skills to use for each one of you and help watch our city grow and prosper.
Thank you, Mr. Deason. Now, candidate number 2, Mr. Tim Saint. Mr. Saint, if you will share with us what you feel best qualifies you to serve on the City Council.
Not only has my grandparents and parents, but the citizens of Scottsboro has talked to me, and I have listened. The businesses that I have run is I have been at our local restaurant for off and on for 25 years. I worked in a plant for 12 years and was a supervisor over many people at that time. Recently, I worked at the Home Depot, which made our city a better place. Each place taught me how to run different kinds of facilities, different kinds of businesses, and how to handle different situations. I'm currently the general manager at our local Zaxby's, and thank you for supporting us the way you do, because by that, I learned how to handle, again, different situations, and handle the different monies, and handle budgets, and handle the way stuff has to be handled. And those reasons is the reasons that I need to be your city councilman, so that I can help work with these guys and show us how to maneuver and get where we need to be to grow, to bring jobs to Scottsboro, and so that we can all have better lives in Scottsboro, more comfortable lives, because we're all going to roll and retire. Who's going to pay for that? We need to have our young people to stay here, that's going to go to school here to Scottsboro, and we need them to stay here so that they can grow here and live here, and we can enjoy them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sanger. And now, candidate number 1, Mr. Ken Southern. Mr. Southern, if you'll share with us what you feel qualifies you to serve on the city council.
I deal with people for 30 years, been with the supervisor, the renter, had 28 people there. So how people do, they good people. Scottsboro got good people with us, and I pray church will vote. Because look over the crowd here, see a lot of people go to school with my son. And I wish he was here, he can't be. But I was on fire department 25 years, volunteer, no pay, just working at the fire department to survive. At one time, the city couldn't pay nobody salary. Had borrowed money out of the bank. Now they're paying them. Now we got good people working the city. I think it'd be good if I be elected Councilman number 1, please. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We're gonna come right back to you, so we're gonna save you a trip. We want to thank the candidates for that round of questions. And now we're gonna move on to our second set of questions for candidates. Again, you're gonna have 2 minutes to respond, and we're gonna begin with Mr. Southern. Mr. Southern, what do you feel is the #1 priority facing Scottsboro over the next 4 years?
What we need is more jobs, new factories coming in. Need to get out, hustle, beg or borrow, anything we get here. To get jobs. I know I had to get, like I left 3 times Scottsboro. I had offered South Carolina, Puerto Rico, and Mississippi. I didn't want to leave Scottsboro. I love Scottsboro. I just stay here, work a small salary, but they offered me more money to leave, but I didn't. I love Scottsboro very much. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. We're gonna move to Tim Saint. So Mr. Saint, if you'll come back to the podium, please. Mr. Saint, what do you feel is the #1 priority facing Scottsboro over the next 4 years?
Paying down our debt. As you know, our sales at brick and mortar stores were losing, and it's all going to internet. How will we get that return on those money, on those taxes that we're losing? We continue to spend, but we don't have a solution on how we're going to get that money back. We need to work, we need to try to work together, and we need to try to pay down some of the debt that we have. Now, working with Rick Wheeler is one of the things that we would have to start with on finding out how we can do these things. But we need to have somebody with passion. We need to have somebody with heart to get out there and to bring and recruit jobs and shopping and food areas, because that's how we start with our recruiting. If we don't have places for people to shop, if we don't have places for people to eat, we cannot recruit good businesses. And we have to start with that. I heard on the news before I come over here, Troy Truloff running for mayor in Madison, and he was giving numbers on how much those shops do. It's amazing how much tax dollars they bring in. And we need to look at that same thing. We need to go to these shops. We need to bring them in. We need to hold their hands. And we need to let them grade us on what we can do better to bring more facilities to us. And that's how we need to start. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Saint. Next candidate number 3, Mr. Dan Deason. Mr. Deason, what do you feel is the #1 priority facing Scottsboro over the next 4 years?
It starts with looking at our city and presenting our city as the most beautiful place that we know it to be. We live in a gorgeous place, and we are blessed to be here. But we have to put our best foot forward in doing anything we have to do. if we're recruiting new industry and new business, and I think that's the number one priority, is to let them see our wonderful school system and ask them questions like, do you like hunting? Do you like fishing? Do you like water sports? Do you like golf? We have all of that, so much more. But primarily, we have to work together as teammates. And I'm talking about EDA, IDB, North Alabama Community College, the Chamber of Commerce, the legislative delegation, the county commissioners, the mayor, and the city council to work together, not against each other. We'll sing off the same sheet of music so that we can put our best foot forward and show others what a beautiful place we have to live and how much we have to offer. We do that, we do it successfully, and we will do exceedingly well. We'll change that not from just being a dream, but into being a reality. With good people working together, good things happen.
Thank you, Mr. Deason. And now finally, Ms. Jessica Butler. Ms. Butler, what do you feel is the number one priority facing Scottsboro over the next 4 years?
I also believe it's the economic growth and bringing jobs and bringing people together to get the job done. I will work closely and diligently to ensure effective communication with the EDA, County Commission, Chamber of Commerce, and all other local and countywide organizations to accomplish the best possible outcome regarding our local government. I will lend support directly to the EDA and those organizations. We have to work towards our workforce development and getting those people ready for those jobs in the community here. So I will work towards doing that. Thank you.
Thank you, and I don't want you to run off. Stay close. Thank you again, candidates. And now we're going to give each candidate about 2 minutes to speak to the voters of Scottsboro to make your case and tell us why you are the candidate that needs to be chosen for the city council. Remind you that you're going to have 2 minutes, and we're going to be going in reverse order. So Jessica, you're going to go first. So please share with us.
Through this process of campaigning, I have heard many voice their concerns. I've met many great individuals. It is an honor to be able to stand before you with the possibility to represent you, the citizens in Scottsboro. I feel Scottsboro is a wonderful place to work, raise a family, and live, but I also feel we are at a pivotal time. The need we have to progress in a positive way is now. We have an opportunity to excel and prosper for the future. We are on the verge of great possibilities. However, the right type of leadership is key to our successful future. I feel I am the best candidate with a fresh perspective, open communication, and ability to bring people together to find solutions and accomplish our goals. Thank you in advance for your consideration and vote on August 23rd. I look forward to working together to maximize Scottsboro's full potential. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Butler. Candidate number 3, Mr. Dan Deason, if you will come to the podium and make your final remarks, please.
First, on behalf of all of the candidates, I want to say thank you to WWIC, the Daily Sentinel, the Greater Jackson County Chamber of Commerce, and the Scottsboro Electric Power Board for giving all of us the opportunity to talk to you here and those of us watching at home. It's an important election for our city, from our youth to our senior citizens, and to help each of us work together to watch us grow. We have to be teammates and work together to make those good things happen. What I would ask you to do is examine each candidate and think about the candidate's leadership ability, education, and knowledge. I stand on my record of dependability and devotion to each of you and to the city that I love. For those of you who have pledged your support to what I call our campaign, I say thank you so much. And if I have missed seeing you, then please let me ask you now for your belief in me once again, for your vote. If you examine the front of Scottsboro City Hall, you will find a plaque with my name on that plaque, along with many others who helped build our beautiful City Hall. I humbly ask you to allow me the privilege of returning to City Hall, this time as your city councilman. To do that, I need your help, and I very respectfully ask for your vote, your influence, and your support. May the good Lord bless each one of you in our wonderful city.
Thank you, Mr. Deason. And now we'll invite Mr. Tim Saint back to the podium when we're done. Share your final thoughts, sir.
Again, thank you to everyone who came out. Thank you for everyone who put this on. Again, my grandparents was raised here. I was raised here. I raised my kids here, and my grandkids are here. I'm rooted here, and I'm invested here in Scottsboro. I'm invested here for the future of Scottsboro, and I want Scottsboro to do great. There's no one here that has the heart that I have for Scottsboro and the love that I have for Scottsboro. But we have to show that to somebody else. We have to show that to other places and other companies so that they'll want to come here and they can see what a great place we have and a great love that the people in Scottsboro have for this place. And so for that reason, I feel like I can be the best person for the city council's position in Scottsboro. And I sure would appreciate your vote of confidence on August the 23rd. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Saint. And now, Mr. Ken Sutter, if you'll come to the podium and share your final remarks, sir.
Well, I thank all of them come out, and I appreciate that they love Scottsboro the way it hurts. Been here all my life. My son graduated Scottsboro, played football. Every time I see somebody talk about talent, they got Scottsboro. You do. I do myself. I hope you vote for me on 23rd, and thank you very much for coming out.
Thank you, Mr. Sutter. Again, thank you, candidates, for City Council for your attendance and sharing your thoughts and ideas with the citizens of Scottsboro. This concludes this portion of our program, and after we return from break, we'll have the mayoral candidates, and they will share ideas with us. So we want to take a short break, and you can feel free to leave the stage and answer questions. But we want to tell the folks that are listening on the radio that we have a good crowd tonight, and we appreciate you coming out and showing your support and your interest in your fine city.